guys, and welcome back to my channel, the place to be for all things personal finance and money. I'm Elisa Todd, and today we are joined by a very special guest, Sarah McCalman. She's a loan officer and helps her clients navigate the many layers of the mortgage process. So thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited to kind of learn more about all the things that we're going to be talking about, not just in today's video, but over the next 3 weeks. We're going to be really breaking down some of the myths and facts about purchasing a home. So be sure to tune in. Today, you're going to be learning about the 3 different factors that go into mortgage qualification. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by the process, or if you're not even sure if you can qualify, then keep watching and I'll turn it over to you, Sarah. You know, what are some of the factors that go into determining whether you can qualify for a mortgage?
There are 3 main factors that lenders review when qualifying you. Number 1 is credit. And the credit score is very important to have checked by your lender to determine which score will actually be used for your qualification. And the higher the score, the more favorable your terms will generally be for your mortgage. And your mortgage score is determined by 5 things when reviewed by the bureaus. That's your payment history, your credit utilization, which is the balance that you carry on your cards versus the limit of your cards, the length of your credit history, the account diversification, and your recent activity.
Okay, that makes sense. And that's why, you know, I'm always encouraging my clients and anyone that's viewed any of my videos, really automate all of your bills so that you don't get penalized for having late payments, because that in turn is going to hurt your credit as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So the other factor that is important in qualifying for a mortgage is your equity, which is the difference between the balance of your loan and the value of your home. A lot of people think you need 20% to put down on a mortgage when purchasing, and that is not true. You can qualify with as little as 3 to 5% down. So the higher your loan balance, you know, you might have mortgage insurance on there, but the lower your loan balance, the more favorable the terms of the mortgage will generally be.
And we're actually going to be covering mortgage insurance and home down payment in the next couple of videos as well. So more info on those topics to come. So what's the 3rd factor?
That would be income. So your income, it's important to have your income reviewed with a full analysis by a lender to determine which income the lender can use for qualifying. And that is divided by your minimum monthly payments. So not the full balance of your debt, of your credit cards or your student loans, but the minimum monthly payments, and mixed with your new proposed housing payment. That's what will determine your debt to income ratio.
And I think that could be really confusing when you hear income to debt ratio. You know, people think automatically it's the total balance of all of your debt compared to your income, but it's really the minimum monthly payments, right?
So those are determined when your credit score, or when your credit is pulled by a lender. Those minimum monthly payments are reflected, and that's what's used.
Okay, awesome. So to conclude, the 3 different factors that go into determining your mortgage qualification are your credit, equity, and income. But the good news is that you can work with a lender like Sarah or with an advisor to come up with a strategy to also increase your numbers, right? So you can get a more favorable offer.
Absolutely. So if you're thinking about buying a home, it's a good idea to reach out to a lender and do a pre-qualification analysis and see where you stand and get some tips on maybe if you need to improve your situation, what you can do to be in a better position to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sarah is the go-to person for all of these types of questions. So I'm going to be sure to put all of Sarah's contact information and social media links in the description box below. So reach out to Sarah if you have any questions at all. You want to be sure that, you know, purchasing a home is a big financial decision. So having a good strategy in place is very helpful. Next week, we're going to be talking about how much you need for a home down payment, and the fact might actually surprise you. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that video next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.